What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be discussing everything that Ali went on a tweeting spree about yesterday involving the Outsiders and a few other things. So we're going to dive into this, but before we do start, I do just want to give a shout out to all channel members. Thank you guys for supporting me and for just making these videos possible. But with all this being said, we're going to get into everything. Alright, so obviously Ali went on a pretty long tweeting spree yesterday, at least compared to what she normally does, and some of it's really hard to understand what she's trying to say. I'm not even sure what I'm reading for some of it, but for this video I'm going to be looking at some of the key tweets. The ones I'm not going to go over basically is just her saying that she might go live sometime. At least that's what I was able to get from it. You can definitely go check them out on her Twitter. At the time I'm making this, they're still up. So with that being said, we're going to start with the first tweet that talks about the Outsiders and the track list. Ali goes on to put a whole bunch of laughing faces and says track list with a question mark. Then she goes on to say, the second day we were in Cali, I could barely speak. After Juice passed, I was in my hands and knees crying, begging to let me help or let me show what Juice wanted. So it sounds like Ali was trying to help give Grade A or somebody the exact ideas that Juice wanted right after he passed away for his next project. She goes on to say that I literally said I'd give whatever, I'd give my soul here. Then she goes on to say that no one ever spoke to her about this idea or about the track list or anything. And then after this, Ali goes on to start a thread, and I'm honestly not quite sure what she's trying to say at the beginning of this. I'm pretty sure she's just trying to say that anytime somebody's needed help from her or asked for advice, she's been there to give it. I think that's what she's trying to say. But at the bottom, she goes on to say that I will if that's the vibe, and I haven't heard anything from anyone in so long. I'm assuming that's what she's saying right here. So basically what that means is she's saying that she will give the track list if somebody asks her to, or she'll give help or ideas or whatever Juice was working on. She'll give it to them if she's asked for it, but she hasn't been asked for it. And we obviously know that P and Bibby aren't the most trustworthy in the community, especially when it comes to them saying things are going to happen and they don't. But Pete did say in Instagram Live that if Ali sends her the track list, he would look at it. So I'm guessing if Ali just sends the track list to them, it's not guaranteeing that we're going to get Outsiders, but it would at least put us in a better position to get it. And I guess on top of that too, now that the whole Max Lord thing has came out, that might change everything. It might be different. Maybe Max Lord has more information on the Outsiders like Ali, or he probably has a pretty good understanding of it as well. At least I'm pretty sure he does. So maybe between that, we could get some kind of Outsiders or some kind of track list. But moving on, Take My Soul CDQ tweeted to Ali and said, please just do what you gotta do for the comm. The Outsiders is the last finished project from Juice, and the comm would be eternally grateful to have it in their hands. We're begging to just put aside the drama and just give us one last thing from Juice. Ali goes on to respond to this by saying there's no drama at all. The track lists aren't how you guys think. The industry isn't what anyone thinks. Music ain't really their fault, but it's 150 ain't mine's. I've been helped even last minute, and I do, and I'll always do it for Juice. That's no question. So what I think Ali's saying right here is, for one, she's trying to say that the music industry isn't what we think, which the only thing that I could think this would mean would just be the fact that the label or whoever isn't even interested in working with what Juice had for his last project. They just are kind of going for dropping whatever they want and kind of continuing Juice's legacy however they want. That's literally the only way I could see what this means. And the next thing that she goes on to say, Ali says that she's helped last minute. Now, this might be something with Fighting Demons, something with Legends Never Die, it could be something with a documentary, it could be anything, but Ali's claiming that she's helped the last minute and she'll always do that for Juice. So I feel like as fans of Juice's music and all of us just wanting to see what Juice wanted out, giving the track list to somebody, whether it's Max Lord, somebody at Grade A, whoever it has to be, I think it would just be so beneficial because we all just want to hear Outsiders and see what Juice was working on. That's literally the main thing a majority of us want, or just the projects that Juice was working on. And if Ali's the one with this track list, or if Max is the one with some of the ideas or knows more about it as well, this is the only way that we would ever really get it. Now, somebody else also goes on to tweet at Ali by saying Max Lord is in control now, talk to him about it, he cares. And Ali even confirms this basically. She says him and I were the only ones who ever spoke to each other about everything. We were the only ones with Juice, and Chris was also recording us. Anyone else important, disagree, explain how I'm wrong. And fans, the industry don't work like you think, so get it it or wait on it, and this is me being kind. Now, what Ali's saying right here, for one, this is basically proving everything we've just been talking about. Max obviously has Juice's best wishes in mind, and I also think Max and Ali both want to keep the calm happy and keep Juice's wishes fulfilled. So I just think that we could get a really good album. I don't know if it would be an album that would do insane numbers or anything crazy, but I think that if we just got the right album with the right promotion and it's something that Juice really wanted out, it shouldn't really matter at the end of the day if we're just getting a project that Juice actually wanted. Now, obviously, like I said, some of the other tweets that Ali has out are just talking about her possibly going live and explaining this in more detail, which would be very helpful. And if she does that, I will definitely update this video if we get new information in it. If it covers just what I covered in this, I probably won't do that. But the last thing I want to look at is some of the tweets that Ali's liked. Now, she liked two key tweets that we're going to look at. The first one says, "The people who handed Juice's music have absolutely sucked. We know it isn't you in charge, even though it's what Juice would have wanted. You knew him best. You knew what he wanted us to hear. Everything they've done has felt forced." And Ali liked this tweet, and she also liked another one that says, "I wish we heard an album decided by you. I feel like that would be the only thing close to Juice." So it sounds like Ali would definitely be in favor of helping with a future Juice project. That's why I keep going back and saying that I think Max and Ali should at least both get together and put some time into it. And even Nick Mira I wouldn't complain about. I think that having all of them working on a project, they've all shown that they like the calm, and they've also shown that they're trying to push for stuff that Juice wanted out. We saw how Nick Mira went out of his way to try and find Quitter, to try and find Already Dead. We've seen that. We know that Nick Mira literally still pays for Juice's SoundCloud account. On top of that, we already discussed what Max has done. Max has literally tried to keep Juice's visions working, and we know that Ali obviously knows what Juice wanted out. I think that at least if they all work together for one album, we would get the best posthumous album from Juice that we've seen yet. But with all this being said, I know this is a way longer video. I hope I did my best to explain everything to you guys so you're not confused about this anymore. If we get any more updates, I'll obviously make a video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.